You already know this is Punch Drunk Boxing, aka Mr. Moonshine himself. Gotta watch the road. I gotta watch the road. But ladies and gentlemen, Floyd Mayweather Jr. is trying to do to Ryan Garcia what he did to Keith one time Thurman years back. What are you talking about, Punch Drunk? Come on, Mr. Moonshine. I don't know how you connecting this dot. Talk to me. I'll let you know. Relax. Y'all already know Ryan Garcia been calling out Gervonta Tank Davis, Devin Haney. And also, we come to find out that Ryan Garcia just doesn't think of Floyd Mayweather that highly like other young fighters. I mean, he's not in Floyd Mayweather's nutsack. Put it that way. He's not trying to fight his style. He's not trying to be Floyd Mayweather like a lot of young fighters want to be. But I understand Floyd Mayweather is a great fighter, a legendary type of fighter. And if a lot of people want to emulate great fighters, they could do that. But Ryan Garcia is not one of those guys. And Ryan Garcia is not one of those guys that's also, praise Floyd Mayweather. And I could see that when Floyd Mayweather, when the young fighter is not praising him, he goes after him too. Indirectly or whatever. Thus, Keith one time Thurman. But that's not where I'm connecting the dot. It's deeper than that. Floyd Mayweather has a way of deflecting when things are getting hot. Try to blow out the candle. Put it that way. He tried to blow out the candle. He's trying to turn down the boiling water, sort of say. What am I talking about? Listen. Ryan Garcia want to fight Gervonta Tank Davis. He's calling out Gervonta Tank Davis. He's calling out Devin Haney. Floyd Mayweather said in a recent interview that Ryan Garcia shouldn't be calling out those type of fighters, that he should be calling out Rolly. That Ryan Garcia shouldn't be calling out Gervonta Tank Davis, Teofimo Lopez, and Devin Haney, that he should be calling out Rolly. Now, Rolly is signed to Mayweather Promotions. So, of course, Floyd Mayweather saying it because Rolly is with him. Right? I mean, the only people that's actually been praised from the Mayweather banner is probably Gervonta Tank Davis. Right? He needs to elevate somebody in his banner. Rolly is the one. So, to deflect the notion and the momentum of people wanting to see Ryan Garcia calling out for that fight, Ryan Garcia versus Gervonta Tank Davis, Ryan Garcia, Devin Haney, he wants to say that he's not in their league, that he needs to fight Rolly first because he's never been a champion. All those fighters are champions. Basically, why is Ryan Garcia dissing them or talking down on them when he hasn't accomplished what they have accomplished? Maybe if you get an email title, Floyd, if Ryan Garcia get an email title, hand me down, like other fighters that you mentioned, or fighter, maybe you'll have the same accomplishments. But we all understand what I'm trying to say. But anyway, so Floyd Mayweather's trying to say that Ryan Garcia is ducking Rolly. Now, we understand also that Floyd Mayweather, he has a lot of haters, but he has a lot of fans. And Floyd Mayweather has a valid opinion in which he could say something that people will follow. People will utter the words that he speaks. So what is he doing right now? He's creating a narrative of Ryan Garcia ducking a fighter in which a lot of people is not even paying attention to, right? People, come on, go to any boxing channel. Ain't nobody really stressing the fight of Rolly versus Ryan Garcia. Let's be honest. Let's be clear. Let's be honest. Go to any boxing channel, whether you like it, whether you hate it, click on it. Ain't nobody was talking about no Rolly. versus Ryan Garcia. This ain't no shot at Rolly. I'm just saying, ain't nobody really was talking about that fight. When they're talking about young fighters, a lot of people don't mention Rolly when it comes to Shakur Stevenson, Gervonta Tank Davis, Ryan Garcia, Devin Haney, Teofimo Lopez. People not mentioning Rolly. Let's just be honest. Soon he will be. Good young fighter. But as of now, nobody been calling out for that fight. The same way that when Keith Thurman was calling out Floyd Mayweather because he was in position to fight him, how did he deflect that? By mentioning Errol Spence. By mentioning stop ducking Errol Spence. And guess what? That narrative has stuck by Keith next to Keith Thurman, stuck to Keith Thurman till this day. See, Errol Spence was never in a position to fight Keith Thurman. See, all that thing about Errol Spence calling out Keith Thurman ever since 2015, no. That was Floyd Mayweather that called out Keith Thurman and said, if you want to fight me, fight Errol Spence. And he began the campaign of Keith Thurman is ducking Errol Spence. That's when everybody started saying and started adopting that type of narrative. Now, because Floyd Mayweather does got power, got a lot of followers, he could create a narrative of Ryan Garcia ducking Rolly, upping Rolly, downing Ryan Garcia, which then it deflects people talking about Devin Haney and Ryan Garcia, Gervonta Tank Davis and Ryan Garcia, and Teofimo Lopez and Ryan Garcia. So now, there's going to be a lot of people that's going to be like, oh, Ryan Garcia is ducking Rolly. Rolly's going to be up here, and he's going to be talking a lot of trash because he's a nice trash talker. Ryan Garcia said he's trying to be a heel. Then it's going to deflect, and everybody going to be talking about Rolly and Ryan Garcia the same way people was talking about Errol Spence. People was talking about Errol Spence and Keith Thurman, which deflected the idea of Keith Thurman fighting Floyd Mayweather for that last fight, because we already know Keith Thurman was in position to fight Keith Thurman was in position to fight Floyd Mayweather as the mandatory WBA challenger, but he deflected that and started a new narrative of Errol Spence versus Keith Thurman, and Keith Thurman is ducking Errol Spence because he wanted to sign Errol Spence. He was bigging up Errol Spence. When Errol Spence didn't sign to him, he stopped talking about Errol Spence. But Floyd Mayweather already started a narrative and created a narrative, and that's what I'm talking about. He's doing to Ryan Garcia what he did to Keith Thurman. Let me know what y'all think. Let me know why. Wouldn't you want to fight? This is a bigger fight in my opinion. Why would Floyd Mayweather deflect a fight of Gervonta Tank Davis and Ryan Garcia? The storyline makes more sense. We know that Devin Haney and Ryan Garcia, that's going to happen. But Gervonta Tank Davis and Ryan Garcia's storyline could be just as good. Gervonta Tank Davis, protege of Floyd Mayweather, really on Adrian Broner. But let's just say that everybody likes Gervonta Tank Davis. He got the name out of the young era, out of this new era coming up. He is that guy. He's one of the leading guys. Mike Tyson loves Gervonta Tank Davis. A lot of people like Gervonta Tank Davis. Gervonta Tank Davis is really not a trash talker. You got Ryan Garcia, that looks like the protege of Oscar de la Hoya. Think that he's the new Golden Boy. You got Golden Boy versus Mayweather Promotions. And yes, Rolly is with Mayweather, but Gervonta Tank Davis and Ryan Garcia sounds like a way better event. Way better event. Why is Floyd Mayweather deflecting that? Why? Why is he taking the heat? Why is he taking that heat off of Gervonta Tank Davis? Now, he was talking about that he got videos of Rolly running him out the gym. That's when you know. That's when you know Floyd Mayweather be mad, not sentimental, but man, what's the word? Petty. He wants to give props to young fighters, but then because Ryan Garcia said that Floyd Mayweather is just mad because I feel like Manny Pacquiao got a better legacy. You could tell with all the money in the world, Floyd Mayweather still gets a little. You could get Floyd Mayweather. Yeah, he portrays like you can't get under his skin, but he does. You could get him under his skin. Because he should never respond. He should be like, you know what? Young fighters should fight young fighters, right? Why? I mean, he preached it in the welterweight division. Why these guys are chasing Manny Pacquiao? I mean, Ryan Garcia and Gervonta Tank Davis is probably better known, better. I mean, the notoriety is there. A lot of people don't know Rolly like that. Why are you trying to deflect that fight? I don't know. Let me know. Let me know in the comment box. Let me know what you feel, if you understand what I'm trying to say. Floyd Mayweather has a way to deflecting a lot of stuff. It's like he doesn't want people to accomplish something real big or something, or just wasn't. He don't want to see the big. I mean, he want to see the big fight when it comes to the young fighters in the welterweight division. I understand what he was trying to say about these guys need to chase one another instead of chasing Manny Pacquiao. But Manny Pacquiao got a belt, Floyd. He's a WBA champion. And if these guys want to be undisputed, they got to go through Manny Pacquiao unless Manny Pacquiao does retire. But he's not retiring, so they got to take care of Manny Pacquiao or fight Manny Pacquiao. So I understand what he was trying to say, but Manny Pacquiao's a champion. He's just not a legendary dude just you know, luring around. He's a champion, a super WBA champion. That's not willing to fight a UFC fighter. He's willing to fight the top guys as well. Let me know what y'all think. I would think that Floyd Mayweather is a big money guy, and he would love to see Gervonta Tank Davis versus Ryan Garcia because the storyline is beautiful. But I don't know. Maybe he's trying to up Rolly. I mean, as a promoter, maybe that's the job that he needs to do. This is really a lot of people just talking about Davis. I don't know. Let me know what y'all think. Leave a comment in the bottom. God first, everything second. You already know the slogan. Fight plus of our equals true champions. God bless and on to the next.